15%, so it's not so great. But what's even worse, and I'm glad you brought that question up, what's even worse, Cindy, is the fact that Winthrop gets zero, nada, nothing, not a single red penny for a single bottle or plastic item that we're throwing away. You know who gets the money? It goes right to capital waste.
May I interject one thing
Sure.
here, Alex? Since Recycle Bank was implemented in citywide in Revere and Everett, I have not recycled at all in Winthrop. I
Really?
take my recycling and I give it to my family and friends because they get discounts and they get encouragement to recycle.
You had brought the Recycle Bank company
Yes.
to Winthrop. Can you explain a little bit about the company?
Yeah, there was a
And how it
Recycle
operates?
Bank. It's Recycle Bank. Anthony Casale, he was the salesperson, and basically it's a single stream recycling where you have a barrel and it has a little chip on it, and you're able to put everything into the barrel, and that chip goes to a certain address. So say I live on 18 Court Road, then that chip automatically goes to 18 Court Road. So once they pull the barrel off and they put it on the truck, it's retrofitted that it has a scale. So once it's weighed, it automatically is weighed and it goes to that particular person's account where they get credit, and it adds up, and it's so many points a month. Then they can take whatever companies, national or local businesses, and they can redeem, as opposed to being forced to pay. They get redeemed.
You know, Cindy, one of the essential messages that we need to get across tonight, and don't forget, folks, we have 2 other shows following this, which will be broadcast a week from Saturday, Monday and also Wednesday, and repeating again the following week. But one of the things that we need to get across to the citizens is that this vote is as important a vote as we probably have ever taken in Winthrop. 2004 was a really brisk vote. We got out 85% of the citizens, the registered voters. 85% of the registered voters came out in 2004. And out of that 85%, we got 86% of the citizens saying no to an override. Shortly after that, and I'm doing this by memory at this particular point because I can't find my notes. Shortly after that, we had 2 overrides in 2004. The other override we had was defeated by one was 4-1. The other was, the most recent was a 2-1 victory, which was last June. We need to get people to understand that this vote is as critical a vote as 2004, 5, and a most recent 2008. This is very critical. This vote is going to change the complexion of how overrides are won and lost in this community. We believe, as an organization, that for Citizens for Fair and Balanced Government, that the council, and we've said this before, they need to start listening to the citizens. We would like to work with the council to move this community ahead in a positive direction. We would like to be able to see this community move itself, similar to a lot of the other waterfront communities along the eastern coast. In Massachusetts.
Do you remember Salisbury, Alex?
Interesting. We had, actually, I'll be honest, I'll tell you who told us. Roselli and Clark told us to contact, the mayor of Salisbury, who happens to be from Salem, and it's a family I happen to know. And the numbers are staggering. They're amazing what Salisbury has done. And what they told us at Roselli and Clark was that Salisbury was in the same situation that Winthrop is currently in. It has lower taxes. They had no business, no growth, waterfront that hadn't been developed in a number of years, a neglected community, a smaller community than Winthrop, okay, but a neglected community. Within a short period of time, the mayor of that community had dug in, taken control of this small town, and had taken, doubled their income, increased their assessed value of property by 37%, where Winthrop, I think it was at 5.75%. So he's done a marvelous job to build that community up. And where did he start? He started right on the waterfront, which is exactly what CFBG has been talking about now for six and a half years or so. We just asked the council to take a look at the opportunities that are available. If we could just get that waterfront up and running. You've got a pier right now. It's not going to service anything other than just the people using the current the pier to go off onto their boats. We could bring ferries into this community. If the Shirley Street project was developed out, it could be a beautiful financial reward, for this community. And we need to make sure that this council understands that that's the direction that we think this community should head in. And something very interesting that was mentioned 3 or 4 meetings ago, council meetings ago. I'm not going to mention any names, but one of the councilors was discussing the issue with a woman, and he said that we're working with the hospital, looking at working with and selling the Dalrymple School, and looking to develop out and work with the the Crystal Cove projects. And then, as I mentioned earlier in the program, a gentleman stood up and said, well, we have land available also for sale. It's town-owned. The town-owned land, the money from that would go into infrastructure, which is badly needed in this community. So there's a lot. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by at least hearing that ray of hope.
Yes.
That there is an opening. There's a possibility that we're able to now move this community ahead to be, one of the nicest and best looking communities, on the Massachusetts coast. This is a great little town. My wife was born and brought up here. I fell in love with the town as well as her back in the 80s, and I'm very happy, to be here. And I want to stay here. I think that this is a community that's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of growth potential. It's got a lot of personality to it. There's no doubt about that. It's a nice political community.
Close to Boston. It's close to the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
You can hop on the train and be in Boston in 10 minutes.
Yep, exactly. If you have any questions at all, what we'd like you to do is to give us a call. My telephone number is in the book. It's 846-2485. That's 846-2485. We're also, I also can be reached, on the internet. You can contact us at CFBG, that's CFBG, at Comcast.net, where I'm there 24 hours. I don't want to receive calls 24 hours. It's happened. But no, we're here. We've been here now for 6 years. We've got an organization that loves this community, that wants to work to grow this community. And we don't like taxes any more than you do, but the bottom line is that we love to see growth. We want to see this community bloom into something that it really can. I really believe that wholeheartedly, right from here, that this is a community that has got a tremendous amount of potential to it, and it just hasn't even been touched yet. It's like a diamond in the rough. It's like a diamond in the rough. And back in 2003, 2004, when I started writing letters, I imagined this town as a diamond in the rough. And back then, the former selectmen stepping over these little rocks of diamond, stepping over them, when all we had to do was just pick them up and brush them off, clean them up, and we have ourselves a phenomenal community. This, I believe, is a pinnacle turning point in this community's life. The Shirley Street project, I really believe, can turn this community into a bustling community. We've got a wonderful waterfront of the Inner Harbor, of the Boston skyline. It's wonderful. And the bottom line is that we can work together to make this a better community. And I want to thank you all very much for listening, watching, and participating. If you have any questions, please give us a call, email us. I want to thank you very much. My name is Alec Mavrakis.
And I'm Cynthia D. Loretto. Good night.
Thank you. God bless you.